Yeah.
1 2 1 2.
Yep.
I'm a virginity.
Episode 3.
This is real slow. You're making it hard for me.
You're live.
Hello, everybody.
We're back. We are back.
Episode 3 of our podcast called
Too Close to Blue.
And listen, we're on a different bus.
We are.
We're on
a better bus.
On a
I
new
like
bus.
This one's got some room.
It's got quilted stuff in it. Look, it's
lovely.
posh. Looks like it could be a Bentley. It's a Bentley bus.
And we've actually got lighting as well.
Yeah, we've got lighting.
We've got a nice ring light now because
Yeah.
obviously the podcast is getting more viewers, so the money's coming in. We can afford a ring light.
The budget's
Absolutely.
stretching.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know. I didn't see the spreadsheet.
We're monetizing, aren't we, boys?
Yeah,
We are.
We're putting a bit of money behind this amazing podcast. Joe Rogan's going to be shitting himself.
Yeah. Rogan Josh.
Oh, bloody hell.
That was good.
Actually, can we just kick it off with some music talk, actually?
Yeah.
Because we've just been discussing some of the new tracks that may be going on the new album.
Yeah.
And we just want to ask you guys, what female rapper will go on one of our tracks? And we're talking about from our... Don't interrupt me, man.
No,
So we're thinking about someone like Eve. So if you can, put your requests in.
I was about to say American, American or English.
Or someone British, we don't know. Maybe from your country,
Yeah.
Italy or whatever. But,
Someone from the same time around as Blue from back in the day. Someone who would...
someone from the noughties.
Yeah, we'd love to know.
the late 90s. So we'd love to know
Yeah, your thoughts,
what your opinion
Who
is on that.
would fit Blue to do a collaboration?
Definitely
basically?
Eve. I'd love to
Eve
meet
would be sick. I love Eve.
Christmas Eve.
She's the one that had all the little pussycat marks on her chest, didn't it? That's Eve, right? She had the cat marks.
How do you know about her tattoos?
Because she had the low top on, and it had
was
like
it?
she had two little paws on
don't
her
remember.
top there. Yeah, Eve,
No,
I swear that's Eve.
pause. What?
I swear down. She did.
Pause.
She did. Because she
I
did.
got that.
Hold on, she
I got
did.
that.
Eve did the track with Gwen Stefani, no?
That's right.
From back in the day.
Yeah.
What's that? Holler back. Ain't no holler back, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Talking about
that's it.
tattoos, you've had a new tattoo today,
I have.
Lynn. Do you want to
I
show
did.
them?
I did. I got this.
What
Who
is
did
it?
it, man?
A girl called Alex from up
wow.
in Leeds.
Amazing.
Alex Fine Lines, her name is.
Is she fine lines when she
well,
does
it
it?
kind of says it on the tin, yeah.
Right.
But it didn't hurt, I've got to say. But I didn't do too much shading. See, it's still a little bit red. But I didn't do a lot of shading. I wanted to, because I've got a lot, and I just wanted it to look very fine.
Didn't you have to put a plaster on it or anything? Just
Nah, I was
you
meant to.
wrap it up in it.
I was meant to, but it would have looked a bit
Put some-
stupid on
put some-
stage if I was
yeah.
like
cream on
standing
it.
there with like cling film wrap.
yeah.
Put some cream
Look
on
like
it.
like a sandwich standing on stage.
Have you got any nice Vaseline stuff to rub
Yeah, I've
into
got
it?
some stuff. Yeah, I'll put it on later. But no, I like it. It's cool. It goes
so
with this.
what does it represent, mate? What is it?
Okay,
Lotus.
so the lotus leaf, it actually represents spiritual awakening and rebirth and peacefulness. So some things that I've actually been working on in the last couple of years on myself, trying to change ways, change parts of me, change habits, and actually, like, I think when you go through some shit, you come out the other end of it and you have a different perspective on things, and this is what this represents.
Do you feel like you're coming out at the end of it?
Yeah, much.
Is it
much.
having the kids?
You can actually see it in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you look much better for it as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's been commenting, I know a lot of people commenting online how good you're looking at the moment as well.
And how
Looking
good you're
well,
sounding as well.
and how healthy you're looking.
Yeah, it's my ego, man, because I just want to sound good. Like, and it's ego bit driven. I want to be better, and it's like, what is it? Ego, like, as like, I'm so good. It's not that. It's I want to be better. I want to be a better version of myself.
That's good.
So,
man.
this was a symbolization of my transition.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I got it.
You don't have tattoos anymore, do you?
No.
Why? You were what?
Do you know what it was? I think every tattoo that's on me,
Meant something.
it meant something. It had to. Everything's got to mean something. But I just
Yeah.
remember every time I did a tattoo, I was going through something mentally. So when I thought about it, I was like, was I self-harming, putting myself through pain, and having something on my skin to represent something that I was going through? And
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I haven't had a tattoo for a while. But I think this segment we're talking about now really leads us into what one of the questions is we're going to ask about is because we're halfway through the tour now, and we're talking a little bit about mental health. And actually, it's a really good time to just say, how are we all doing? Are we all good? How is our mental health during this tour? We're halfway through, away from our families, away from your kids, away from your kids, away from your kids. How are you all feeling? How let's check in with each other.
The thing is, I don't know no different, if that makes sense. My kids know no different. They just see, they know that we've got to go work. They know that Daddy has to go with his friends on stage, and I just think for me, the mental health side, maybe I do get down, but I don't really show it as much as I used to, because I think to myself, there's more to life now than just, the worry. Do you know what I mean? It was constant worry, wasn't it? Back in the day, it was insecurity. It was, is the band going to split? Are we going to be all right if we don't get a number 5 or a number 1 or da-da-da? And for now, it's just, I'm loving this part of Blue. I'm loving Blue 2.0 in terms of, just love being with you boys and just having a proper crack.
But I think this is the most.
Pressure.
But hold on, I think this
pressure.
is the most solid we've been.
As a group,
yeah,
or
absolutely.
as a thing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I think that comes with maturity, though. You know what I mean? Like, but going back to the
your
going
point.
to the kids as well. Like, my daughters aren't really handling it too well, because Cyan's only 4, and when I'm away for more than a week, it starts to affect her a little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
And my youngest, Ria, when I come home, she looks at me like, "Who are you?"
She does have that look about her, though.
She's just like,
She's always like that. When she was first born, she was like a bit like,
Yeah, you're actually like, sure. You want some food? Oh. Nappy need changing? Oh.
she does look like that.
Oh man, she's amazing.
She's so cute.
She's beautiful. But yeah,
She's so cute.
I think it's important to check in with each other, because I don't think a lot of lads do it. I don't think a lot of lads say, "Are you all right? Are you good?"
Today I had a moment.
Well, we
but-
do amongst ourselves.
No,
Well,
but today I had a moment.
we
I
always
did have a
check
little
in.
moment. I was a bit like, whoa. Because it's hard, and you got to go home a little bit, but because my kids and my missus are abroad, and my missus hasn't been well recently, I get anxiety, and I felt a bit like, oh God, it's like, so we're halfway through. You like it's that halfway through moment,
yeah.
and when we get over this hill, it should speed up a little bit. But I've been massively enjoying being on stage with you guys and watching us. I'm really proud of us, and my missus is really supportive, and most supportive woman I've ever been with in my life. And she's so that she even tells me to check myself when I start getting a little bit like, because I get like, are you all right? Checking in with her all the time, and she's like, right, shut up, just get on with your job and go and do it. And it makes me feel like.
Do you think she's got that attitude because she knows the background?
She knows where it's about. Yeah. She knows.
She's a singer.
She's a singer.
knows
She's
the
from it.
business.
I said to her the other day, do you want to like move back to the UK? She was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I thought, would that be easier? She was like, no. And I was like, all right.
She's like, I want to go where you go.
I want to go wherever we go, innit?
Yeah.
But she was like, look, I'm used to living abroad. She was like, I've always done it, same as you. But, she's obviously with the children and that. But, I'm good. How about you, Dunk? How you feeling, mate?
Because you're going through a transition as well, like moving home. And
Yeah,
stuff like
do you know what? I feel really bad because I literally bought a new house, and then literally we moved in, all the removal men came with all the boxes, and the next day went away and toured, and my poor mum, bless her, she's having to cope with doing it all on her own. Actually, can we just edit out she's going to kill me for saying her age?
No,
Leave it in.
Leave it in.
No, she, honestly, honestly.
Do you know what? I was gonna you
No,
carry
man.
on, because I can come on to the next subject of our parents, because
I don't.
I feel
Yeah.
bad because my mum's doing it all
Yeah.
on her own, and I ring up every day and I bless her, and she's making the house a home, and she's doing it all, done all the unpacking, and I feel bad because I'm not there. And I know you went through it as well, Lee, when you moved.
Every year.
And you weren't there, and you had to get your missus that sort of.
Yeah.
You do feel a sense of guilt in a way, but obviously this is our job. We go on the road to make money, to provide for our families, to make everybody have a nice house and
there's no
nice things.
there's no
Do you know-
schedule to it. We have
No.
no schedule. This is the thing. It's not like we do it 9 to 5. We are in a different country each month, each week, different place, different time, doing a different gig. There's no schedule. It's just as it comes, as it does, and we have to, as artists, take it as it comes, as it does.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you-
yeah,
go on, Si.
because being artists, is the phone going to ring?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
And you know what? I think we're quite fortunate that over the last 25 years, we've managed to stay tight, and you know we're still getting the bookings. Touch wood.
But
Yes.
coming on to our parents, right? You know what I'd love to do? I'd love to go back in time, 25 years, our parents, our families, brothers and sisters and that, and just think to ourselves, what did they go through as
Watching their
as our
offspring.
sons,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, their sons going through what we went through? Because I couldn't phone my mum and dad and go, I'm going through a rough time. I just couldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? Or my brother,
You
I
didn't feel
remember.
entitled to this.
Yeah, I remember my brother saying to me like a couple of years ago, he goes, bruv, he goes, now I'm getting to know you as my brother. You know, and you forget, like he was 10 years old when Blue come out.
Gotcha.
And it's that.
Same as my brother.
Yeah, and you think 8-9 years of being in school and being secondary school, getting bullied and stuff like that, and you think, I didn't know this was going on. And I'd love to go back in time, like with your sister and that, and go,
I'm gonna smack up some people, innit?
what did you go through? Like, what did you go through? It's madness, isn't it?
My son Rain, I don't mind saying it. Like we've had our problems, and he turned around to me recently and said, "I hate what you do for a living."
Wow.
It hit me hard.
Wow.
That hit me hard. I was like, bloody hell.
Why that resentment though?
Because well, he won't
Yeah,
go-
yeah,
you-
okay,
you
don't
know,
have to go
you know
into-
the
I get
reasons
it,
for that, but it's the growing up in school, dealing with someone famous, and I said to him, I can't equate to the fact of how that feels. I never had a famous dad. I never had a famous
Exactly.
brother. I never had a
Exactly.
famous sister or mum or anything. You know, I said I can't understand how difficult it is for you, with everyone knowing. And especially all the crap that I've been through and all this stuff, and it's been an absolute circus, and I get that, and I won't make excuses for it or talk about it right now, but many people know and have seen it. It's been well documented, and I do think about it, and I think that's been part of my transition, actually waking up and going, all right, there's other people, it's not just me, it never was just me, and I've got a family and I've got kids, and I've got to take responsibility for that. And my son saying that was quite like a dagger in the heart, because it's like, I don't like what you do for a living, I can't stand it.
I relate to that in the sense that I remember when Tierney was young, I used to put her in the trolley to go around the supermarkets, and people used to come up to me and they wanted a photo or an autograph. And they'd be like, "Oh, hello, Tierney," because they knew her name. She would just look at them like giving evils and with her arms folded. And I used to remember saying to her, "Don't be like that to people." And she was like, "I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
She didn't like people coming up, wanting my
Smart girl.
my
Attention.
attention,
That's crazy,
taking
man.
my space. She didn't like it.
But it's mad, isn't it? Because as Leroy was saying, like, we never had a famous dad,
No,
mum, everything.
don't know how to-
But now our kids have growing up with a famous parent.
I think it's
And
been
it's
hard
that
for them.
thing
I
with
think it's-
I
social
think
media
it's been
now. I
hard
think
for 'em,
social media
because
for sure.
everything that happens to us affects our families.
Exactly.
And the whole thing with me coming out
Exactly.
being gay, I think
Yeah.
it must affect. I know it affected my mum. I know it affected my daughter. It affects the people that you love.
Does. all the
you
negative,
do.
all the
Hold on.
negative press I've had, and all the crap.
Yeah.
It affected my older kids, not my youngest. They watch Peppa Pig or whatever the hell they see. It's my eldest children. It affected them, and I was like, wow, it's a bit of a wake up call for me. It was a very. I'm not going to get into it because it was whatever.
Do you think
Like
that you
do.
can understand their perspective?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah.
I think I'd be an
Well, that's-
absolute
that's good, though.
narcissist if I didn't.
Well, that's good then, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
You
of
know what I mean?
course. Well, but I don't not. I just haven't even had a chance to say it.
What about
Do
you?
you know what I mean?
What about you? Because obviously you had
Well, Alana,
Yolana and I had Emily. as
I
well.
mean, Alana, bless her, my eldest daughter, she's had a difficult time, obviously, growing up as well, and she's constantly going through something. But what I am proud of is that she's able to talk about it. She always,
the key.
She always comes. She always opens up,
That's good.
and that's what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
I don't put any pressure on her. I don't. Are you sure you're all right? Are you sure you're all right? Because she's a cool kid.
Yeah,
and then
she is.
and
She's
she
cool.
explains herself so
Like a dad,
well.
like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, she's got a little bit of me in her, but I am so proud of the woman that she's become.
Good.
And I'm looking forward to the future. She's made a lot of changes, and I'm very, very proud of her for that.
And I think
man, wicked.
the thing we can take from this conversation is the real important thing here is talking about your feelings, talking about how you feel.
Just, you know what? The cut off is not good.
Don't bottle up
But
what's going on inside, because that is when shit really can go bad.
course.
It's about expressing yourself, talking to people that you can trust.
Yeah.
And let's face it, we probably don't trust a lot of people.
Oh, no way.
Well, you know
But
what?
we're lucky we got each other.
I always find that it's best to speak to someone you don't know.
Really?
Yeah, man.
See, I find that
I
hard.
can't do that.
I find that hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's just this is what I'm going through, and it's
Well,
like,
like a taxi driver or something.
yeah, man. It's
Oh,
just,
right. I thought
They
you meant
want
someone
to
you're going
talk
to meet
about
on the
taxi
street.
drivers want to talk
Yeah.
about anything.
You know, I'm just saying, it's like
dunno,
it's
man.
good to talk.
It is good to
it
talk.
is,
It's
but
good to talk. Sometimes it's really, really hard to
Yeah, it is.
find
think-
that one particular person that you
Yeah.
want to speak to about your problem.
Yeah, but Si, if you was going through a problem and a John Smith down the road knew it before someone like myself, for example, and one of the boys, I'll be pissed.
You know,
because
but you know
I'd be
what?
like,
But you know, but in saying that, you don't want to let your boys down because I love.
it
you
ain't
boys,
letting us
yeah.
down though, bruv.
I know that now, but there were times when it was like I was going through my own
I relate to
mental
that.
stuff,
I
and it's
relate to
like, can I don't want that disappointing look of.
I get it.
You
But
don't want
I
to
mean-
let you don't want to let the people you love
I
down.
get that, man,
Yes,
but-
I
It's
get
not-
that. I get that.
I
But
think
now
you'd be
I-
letting
now-
us down
By
if you
not
didn't
saying-
open up.
Yeah, I
Because
get
I
it,
think
I
it was
get
like,
it,
whoa,
I get
what
that
have
now,
I
though.
done?
Yeah.
That you can't open up or don't open up or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's never about you. It's always
Not at all.
when you're going through something. It's internal, isn't it?
For sure.
And until you explain to yourself or look at yourself, I mean, I always say to people, if you can't look at yourself in the mirror for more than 10 seconds, because we're all distracted with how the world moves so fast,
Yeah.
that you forget to check in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great
but some-
exercise
so-
to look at yourself
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say,
but
are
some-
you all right? And then that's where you start. You start within yourself rather than going into yourself. You try and
Yeah.
come out of
But
yourself.
sometimes
and
we mask that by looking at ourselves.
Yeah, but that's
We don't
society,
we
that's
don't
the pressures of society,
Yeah, but no, but
you
even
know
when
what I mean?
yourself, that's why I think like addiction and all that kind of stuff, especially like what I've been through and I know other people and what I've learned about it. It's just a mask. It's like it's the same. You like don't want to look at yourself. You don't want to. So you use to get to see a bit different perspective of yourself, and that is masked.
You try to
by-
bury it, yeah.
Yeah, try to bury it.
Try to block out.
That's it. And I ain't got a problem. I'm just having a
That's talking
release.
to you.
I'm just doing
Yeah.
this. I'm just doing that. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then it's a vicious cycle of
Spiralling.
emotion.
Lying to yourself.
Yeah,
like,
lying to yourself. There's loads, and it's like you
That's what I'm
can
saying.
use. Can you're happy because you're sad because you're upset because you're angry. It all goes to the same place.
It's hard
That's what
though,
I've
man.
learned.
The good thing is
Sorry.
nowadays there is so many outlets out there. If you are going
Anonymous
through
group,
something, there is so many places you can talk to. There's so many websites.
Taxi
There's-
drivers.
There's always a taxi driver to have an ear to. But there is a lot of places that you can chat to and
Yeah.
I mean,
don't ever feel that you're alone. Come and talk to us. We'll always
Yeah,
listen
well,
as
I'm
well.
gonna-
I mean, there's
good
one
for a
thing.
chat.
There's one thing that I like to do is like when I go into like the coffee shop that I go to on a regular basis, and I can look at the staff and I say, "You all right?" And they go, "Yeah," and I say, "No, are you all right?" It's just sometimes it's just good to check in with someone you don't
That's
know,
true.
and then you don't know what you're gonna do for someone else just by making sure that it's not just a passing thing. Yeah, you're all right, and then you talk about something else because you're not really bothered about.
Yeah, but
what
you
you're
know what?
talking about.
Sometimes, like, I just for a laugh. Sometimes people go to me, "Are you alright?"
I
And
go,
I'll go,
"No."
"No." Do you know what? The other day, and you see him like, "I don't really give a shit." No, I just like, and I start telling them some nonsense about like, yeah, no, the girl, the cat ran past me, and I almost feel like I got hit by a car, yeah, and then I was walking. You see their faces.
You can see him etching away.
Just like, yeah.
I gotta go.
Anyway, I think it's time to let everybody know that's listening who's watching the Too Close to Blue podcast because we've got a little giveaway this
What are we doing?
this
What are we
week.
giving
I ain't got no money, mate.
We know we don't have to give
My
any
card
money.
ain't- my card ain't working.
Well, we know that.
Your card's never working,
We
bro.
are giving.
We're giving away something cheap, are we?
We are giving away an
I got
old
people
school.
got Nando's, bro. I got no money.
Shut up, man. We are giving away an old school photo of us.
Oh, look at that.
That's not my signature.
Which we've also. That is your
Who
signature.
forged that?
When was that done? Was that guilty?
Did I lose my buttons on my shirt or
I
something?
think we were a bit wet. Well, I think there must have been we were caught in the rain or.
That was in LA.
LA.
That was in
yeah.
LA.
And they poured water over us, wasn't it?
Was that
Like,
guilty though?
That
guilty
was, it was
shit,
actually
wasn't it?
cold water shower things. They can you remember they like from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
man.
they
You
put
can,
these.
you can tell I'm screwing. Cold water, man. Me is. See me in a cold water.
I remember that was a good. That was a really good shoot. though.
It was
I remember.
cold. I remember it, but
Right,
Yeah,
cold.
look, look, my hands are clenched. Look.
Yeah. Treason.
Lee, you're giving it some good old
Tom Cruise.
blue steel,
Look at that blue steel.
blue steel there, bro.
Definitely.
That's how Lee looks at himself in the mirror when he's doing his
what
hair.
Are you chatting about? That's what I look like normally.
He does this. He does this.
Do
He goes,
I not look like that?
no, what do you do?
see?
What do you do?
No.
See that?
How do we win it?
How do they win it, Dunk?
So there is a question. If you would like to win this special one-off signed picture, limited edition, it is just one of its own. There is a question that you have to answer, and of course you have to be subscribed to our podcast to be able to win it. And the question is this: who has the biggest feet in Blue? Who's got the biggest feet? Is
Are
it
you
Simon?
serious?
Is it Lee? Is it Duncan? Or is it Anthony? Let's all put our feet up. Give them a little.
No,
who's-
well,
I
Depends
mean,
what the
Who's got
angle
the
it
big, that's
is.
it. That's all you're getting.
Yeah.
That's it. Who's got the biggest feet in Blue? You'll be picked at random, and there will be one lucky winner to win this signed picture of Blue. There you go.
How about some questions?
let's
Right.
go. Let's do some questions.
There you go. Right. Well, we've all got a little question each to read out.
Go on
Do
then.
you want to go first, Dan?
I'll go. Okay, here we go. I ain't got me. Oh, maybe glasses.
It's getting old.
Oh, Tanya asks. Oh God, this question.
what's her
innit?
name? Tanya asked.
No, Tanya asks
Oh.
us 100 members of Blue versus one gorilla.
Oh, shut up.
Gorilla wins.
Gorilla.
Gorilla wins.
Yeah, if there was 100 of me, man, I'll be like looking at myself. You going first? I'd be like, nah, man.
Do you know what, it was 100 of us.
I'd be like, yo, you got you.
I'll be like, Lee.
I'll be like,
Lee, you go
I got you back,
first.
bruv.
Go on, Lee. Go first.
We'll send Lee in first. Go on, Lee. Go on.
I'll sing to it.
See how that gorilla's looking at you, bro.
Oh, Veronica.
Yep.
She says, can you please put subtitles on the podcast for foreign listeners?
Oh, okay.
Spotify doesn't support subtitles, but YouTube does. And you can listen, watch there as well.
There you go, Veronica. Thank you very much. Lee, next question for you.
What is it? Is this for me?
For Lizzie.
Let me have a look.
I can stop sweating now.
Right. Do we have a WhatsApp group together?
Oh.
And what's it called?
Do we have
Mate,
a WhatsApp
I mean,
group?
where do we start?
I think
How
we've
many
got-
groups do we
How many
have?
groups? It's a lot of
We've
WhatsApp
got a
groups.
lot of WhatsApp.
We've had
probably
more groups than Sugar Babes.
We've got more WhatsApp groups than there's been Sugar Babes. That's very funny, Anthony. Christo.
Thank you, mate.
It's been a lot of their lineup.
I mean, how many do we have?
A lot.
But
We've
our
got-
main
our
one.
main-
Our
And,
main
and
one.
it says there, and what are they called? So we've got Royal Blue, which
Blue.
is our private one.
Because
just
we
us,
no, and the reason why we called it Royal Blues because we was gonna make an album
called
with
Royal
that
Blue.
called Royal Blue, but then we didn't in the end.
But the Royal Blue's just us. No one else is allowed in the kingdomship of Blue. It's just
Yeah.
us four.
Yes.
And then we've got a management group.
Blue and
which-
Ali.
Blue and Ali. And then we've got a tour, an Ollie Murs tour Blue group.
Yeah.
And we've got a Johnny Buckland and Blue.
Blue.
I have to turn off all my notifications, bro, because sometimes I
We
turn my
got
phone
Matt,
on. There's
Matt.
like 92 flipping messages.
We've got a
Social
social
media,
media
Matt.
and it's all
WhatsApp
one
group.
word answers.
yeah,
There's a lot, basically.
Yeah, there's a few.
Lizzie,
There's
there's
a
a
lot.
lot.
There's a few.
There's a lot. Right, last question
And if
here.
anyone ever got on it, we'd be cancelled.
God.
Last question,
Michelle
Michelle.
asks, what do you guys see when you're on stage? Faces or just a sea of people?
Well, I need glasses, so I can't see anything. I'm lucky to see you lot.
Depends, isn't it, where we are, I suppose. I think the first time I saw a sea of people was Party in the Park back in 2001.
Yeah,
that
Jim
was
Kennedy.
just 3 minutes of not a clue what was going on.
Yeah.
Do you remember Germany, New Year's Eve?
a million people.
Brandenburg
people.
Gate.
Oh, yeah.
Million.
Yeah.
That was a
You couldn't
sea of
you couldn't
people.
see
No,
them
that
because
was
they went
crazy.
so far back, and there was
like
screens
ants.
on screens on screens
Yeah.
on screens.
Can we just take a minute to just say a round of applause to Lady Gaga, who's just smashed it in Rio? I mean, there was like
how
how
many?
many
2 million
million?
people.
Are
they
you
reckon.
joking?
2 million
No.
people she performed for. Well
Are
done,
you
Lady
joking?
Gaga smashed it.
Are you absolutely
Well done.
joking?
Yeah,
2
we.
million people.
I would love to go to
I just
Brazil.
gotta say, she's such a talent.
I love her.
She is.
I
I
love
prefer
her
her acting. I like her singer, but I prefer her acting.
I
love
think
her.
she's incredible.
I just
I
love
love her.
I
She
just
was
love
great
her.
in Gucci, man.
Amazing.
She was brilliant in Gucci.
She like Jennifer Lopez, innit?
Yeah,
You prefer her acting than the singing.
No, she's. I've got
Yeah.
to say, she's better.
Do you rate Jennifer Lopez
Just
acting?
acting, yeah. I
Do you?
prefer her
I
acting.
Just love Lady
Oh
Gaga.
yeah, no, I
Gaga-
prefer acting.
I prefer
Yeah, I
Gaga's got
prefer
So if
acting.
I was to choose.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And
No,
what-
what's that film Cubed? Have you seen that Cubed?
No.
Where she's like she goes into this like the mind of a serial killer and she gets trapped in his mind. Oh, it's dark. She's so good in it though, and it's sick. It's a bit twisted, but she's fantastic in that.
Talking about Brazil quickly, we get a lot of Brazilian followers, a lot of fans asking if we're going to come to Brazil, because I would love us to go to Brazil. I mean, I don't think we're quite Lady Gaga levels, but we would love to maybe do a little theatre, at least, in
Well,
Brazil
just any
somewhere.
kind of. I'd love to just
love
go.
to-
out
I'd just
there.
Like,
Yeah,
so
I'd love
we'll
to
just
go.
come and sing on the beach.
Yeah. I mean, it might just
Oi,
be us with a
Brasil,
guitar
tudo
and a
bem?
box, a cajon, and us. you bring your hat and just.
Yeah, I just love Brazil.
But yeah, we can. Look, anyone who wants to go to Brazil, let us know. Obrigado.
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 Obrigado, gatas. Right, so that's pretty much it for this week's
Is it?
podcast.
That was a good
we're
one. Do you know what? We
Loved
went,
it.
we went quite deep.
We
Deep
went
blue.
deep.
Went deep blue.
Deep
Blue.
We nearly
Did
called
go-
it Blue Go Deep.
It was quite.
Blue
Too,
go
it
deep.
was too close. It was a little too close.
Too close to
blue.
blue.
But thank you for tuning in, and
Thank
don't
you.
forget to
Yeah.
click, subscribe,
Like.
And
and
follow.
share.
Yes.
And this
don't forget-
amazing piece
forget.
of artwork that would probably be
Do you really want
Someone's dartboard.
someone's dartboard.
Someone's toilet paper? Yeah. All right.
It's a nice picture, man.
It's good fun.
It's
It's
a nice
good memories.
picture. It's a one-off.
I know.
It's a one,
One-off.
and it's signed. Anyway, listen. Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you,
Cheers,
everybody, for
everyone.
tuning
Thanks
in.
for tuning in.
God bless.
One
And
love.
Your support.
remember, don't forget to talk.
Yes. Check
To yourself.
in on each other.
Check in.
Check in with yourself.
Bye.
Later.
Oh, look, we've got a clapper now. Clapper board in. That's the first time
That
I've
was
had a
really
couple.
fucking good. That one.
Real slow. You're making it hard for me.
If you are struggling and need to speak to someone, please call 116 123 in the UK or visit samaritans.org.